We're here at Echols Hall here on a Friday night after a 3-1 win over Morgan State for the NSU volleyball team. We're here with junior Goda Jankauskaite. And Goda, you guys beat them up at their place 3-0. You beat them, you could say, pretty handily. But they came out, I mean, they were playing pretty well this time. You know, obviously they took the set. Even the other sets, you know, 25-23, that fourth set, they were really in the match. I mean, what did you guys have to do? I mean, you guys obviously had to dig deep and realize, hey, this team isn't going to back down. You know, we're not going to be able to beat them as easily as we did the first time. Well,
they were much better than they were last time. And I think we just started real low, not like we kind of expected that it's kind of going to be easy, even though we knew we can let it go. And I think we, in a second set, we step up and then it got better. And I think the problem was that like every time we start winning, I think we just feel it. It's like, okay, we can get slow down, and then we're gonna go down again and again. And that team, they just like don't want to let it go. You know, you just come after us every time.
Yeah, I mean, a team like that, they're fighting for playoff position. And you guys too. You know, obviously you hit in the negative in the third set. You know, you hit well in the first and fourth, but overall, I mean, you could see you guys had open shots. You just weren't hitting them. You know, some of the middles, even some of the other shots. You guys had the open court. You just weren't hitting them. But you guys were able to overcome that and still get the win.
Well, yeah, because I think we were working on this week a lot of those like one block and then how you need to control the ball and stuff like that. And I think then players saw those open courts, they started like hitting. But at first, maybe they were just lost or something like that. I would say like we were like kind of lost at first, and then we got in rhythm and we saw the open court. We just like started hitting right.
Yeah, you could see it was like I want to say night and day, but you could see you guys weren't in rhythm there, hitting it out of bounds, and all of a sudden you guys really started to turn it up in that fourth set. You know, obviously you're supposed to play Coppin State on Sunday, but with the storm coming, you're not going to play them at all. We don't know when they're going to reschedule. May not be for more than a week. So in reality, you guys have. If they don't reschedule that for this week, you guys are going to be off for more than a week. You're not going to even be able to practice for the next 4 or so days. I mean, what are you guys going to have to do to really, I mean, one, what are you going to do to occupy your time because you don't have classes through Tuesday, but two, what are you going to do to really make sure you don't get too rusty now?
Well, first of all, we really need to focus on that, to like be in shape and being like in mind that we still have games to go. And even though we're gonna have like this off till Wednesday, I think all of us gonna be like focused, and we're gonna like talk or go like work out on our own. I think that's gonna help for us, even though we're not gonna have practices or stuff like that.
Yep. Well, now we're here with freshman Jessica Johnson. And Jessica, I mean, you were hitting really well tonight. 15 kills, hit 467. You had 13 digs, a couple blocks, a couple of service aces. I mean, obviously we've talked about this before, that, you know, since the beginning of the year you've really started to come on, but is this just one more example of you just seeing the game so much better now?
Yeah, I just think that I'm just playing how I'm supposed to, and I'm being consistent. Like, I'm not having a bad game, and I'm like trying to help out my team as much as I can, so it's working.
This was a team that you guys had beaten 3-0 up at their place earlier in the season, but these are always those tricky matches, those ones that, you know, you beat them 3-0 last time. You want to say you're overconfident, but, you know, there's always that sense of, hey, we can beat them again. But they came out hitting pretty well, you know, hit 323, 273 in the first 2 sets. So obviously you guys had to dig deep and really get this win.
Yeah, we definitely, like, I don't want to say we took them for granted, but they definitely came out a lot better than we expected them to. So we just really had to push ourselves to play our game and not play beneath what we normally play.
And we talked with Goda earlier. You guys have this kind of break coming up now. You know, the match on Sunday's canceled. You're not going to even be able to really practice for the next, you know, 4 or so days. You're not going to have classes till next Wednesday. You got more than a week off, a week until the next match. But what do you guys need to do? Obviously, you got the break, but what do you guys need to do to just keep the momentum going once you do get back on the court?
We just really have to stay focused. Like, we can't get down and then let that break affect us. We have to stay focused and get in the gym when we can. We don't know when that'll be, and just keep playing like we're supposed to.
You've won 8 out of the last 10 now. I mean, I hadn't been done now. I've seen the Division I era. You're 6-2 in the North, so you've got second place, you know, solidified. Obviously, it's still anyone's game. You know, you could still Morgan State still win it. You know, Coppin, obviously Hampton as well. You know, UMES at the top. But now looking into it, I mean, do you guys feel like you guys are really you're hitting the peak?
Yeah, we're definitely peaking at the perfect time. We're doing well in the conference. We just need to keep pushing through the MEAC championships.
we're now here with head coach Brandon Duvall. And Brandon, I mean, this was a team that was just hitting well. I mean, they were just playing extremely well tonight. I mean, you guys, I don't want to say you were fortunate to get the win, but I mean, they made you work overtime pretty much to get this win.
We, you know, they're a young team. They've got some freshmen on their team, just like we have some freshmen. We all have growing pains to go through. I knew immediately, you know, even after our win, and we had a pretty good win against them the first time, I knew that we were going to have our work cut out for us because they're going to continue to prepare just like everybody else in the conference does. So, you know, I believe we're better than we were, but I know they were going to be better, and I expect a little bit of fun. I told them in the locker room before we got out here, I said, I hope you don't think that just because we're seeing some success right now, that teams are just going to come in and roll over for you. So we knew it was going to be a battle, and we had some issues on our side of the net that we could have done a little bit better on, but I'm happy we got the win.
Yep. I mean, like, so you guys hit okay. You hit 254. It was pretty good. Obviously, you had that third set. You guys just kind of fell apart. Didn't hit as great either in the second set. And you could see it out there on the court. You just missing open shots that you should have hit. But you know, you guys were resilient when you needed the kills. You needed those big points. I mean, you guys got them.
Yeah, we have. You know, Charlotte's just playing unbelievable right now. She's stepped up quite a bit and being the senior leader that she needs to be. Clearly, Noelle breaking the all-time digs record tonight is huge, and that's because that just kind of shows you what Noelle's been doing for us and how steady she's been playing. And I've been tremendously happy with Jessica Johnson and the development that she's had throughout the year and the maturity that she's started to display. You know, we figured that Morgan was going to key in on our middles a little bit. Their hitting percentage has been pretty good in the last couple matches, so it's nice to know that if our middles kind of get neutralized, that our outsides can step up and play, and that's what we were hoping would happen, and it did.
And obviously, we've talked with Goda and Jessica about the fact that you guys are going to have off for a few days now.
Yeah.
Everything's closed.
Forcefully, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Everything's closed through Tuesday. You know, classes and everything. You guys won't even play until Sunday. You know, 9 days from now.
Right.
But you guys got momentum going. You guys are hitting the peak. I mean, what's it going to take to kind of stay at this peak level for you guys?
We just got to keep working in the gym. I mean, they know the season never. I mean, we just got to keep pushing. We got to keep grinding, and I think, you know, I hate to say it, but I think this hurricane probably is coming right at the right time because physically it's nice to take a break. I mean, we could get in the gym tomorrow and work on some things and maybe clean some things up, but it's not going to make us that much better over in one day. So I think the rest is going to help our girls out. We'll get at least 2 days rest, if not more. They'll get a little bit of rest from school too. I think we're not back in classes until Wednesday because of the hurricane. So with all that being said, I think it's a nice mental break for them right now. And so the next time we get in the gym, I expect them to be excited and ready to go. I mean, I think we're 6-2 in the conference right now, so that's exciting for the girls. I don't think we've ever seen that here at Norfolk State. So I think once they get back in the gym, they know it's, you know, put the hard hat on and get back to work.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of like a football team that gets that bye week late in the season. You know, it's a perfect time to get that rest, and then obviously, you know, the last few matches of the year. Obviously, Spartans match on Sunday against Compen State is now been canceled. That will be rescheduled at a later date. Check back at NSUSpartans.com for a rescheduled date on that one. Sorry. Spartans will next be back in action on Sunday, November 9th. No, I'm sorry. That's not November 9th. Next Sunday, 9 days from now. Just say 9 days from now. Spartans will be back in action at Howard before hosting UMES and Delaware State on November 9th and 11th. For all your information on NSU Volleyball this year, keep checking back at NSUSpartans.com.